Yo, what's going on, bro? What is up, guys?
How's it hanging, bro?
So apparently, by me saying, yo, what is up, guys? In the beginning of my videos makes me a fucking ricer.
Fuck you, boy.
But for real, man, what's up, guys? It's been a while, you know what I mean? Since we've worked on the Civic, right? I'm sure you guys are ready for some Civic content because we got Mad Max to a state that I'm satisfied with. But he ain't done, bro. He ain't done at all, nowhere near it. But yo, I owe you guys a video, right? And that's on the drag wing, dude. How to make a drag wing, not a drag queen, motherfucker. Drag wing. So baby, let's roll this intro, man, and get straight into it. Hey guys, I want to be straight up with you, man. The haters, I mean, they're mind-blowing. Like, I don't know what they're gonna come up with next. Like, really, I'm a ricer because I say what's up, guys, in the beginning of my video. But I do want to tell all the guys who ain't hating on me, all you guys that show me all the support and love, dude, I feel that, okay? I know I'm supported. I know a lot of you guys love what it is we're putting down here, and I appreciate your guys' support, okay? So don't get me wrong. I recognize you guys more than anything, but when it comes to the haters, dude, all they do is motivate me, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what tells me I'm doing something right whenever someone's that goddamn jealous that they gotta go on there and be a little keyboard warrior and be commenting on my shit. That's all the time I have for that, dog. Now check it out. To start off, first thing we need is your factory wing. You gotta remove it from your car, obviously, because we gonna be fucking it up. And Ryan, if you're watching this, yes sir, this is the wing off of your old hatch. You remember your old hatch, right? The one you gave up on, you bastard. Ryan's my cousin, by the way, guys. I'm allowed to call him a bastard, even though I think that his parents were married when conceiving him. Alright guys, now what we need to do is get all these plastics and stuff taken off of this rear wing. Everything off, so it's just bare metal, you know what I'm saying? So let's get that done really quick and get it out of our way. Now for this next step, this is going to be a little bit more difficult for you if you are using paper and you are not using transfer tape. Things like this is the reason why I have a roll of transfer tape in my garage, because it makes stuff like this just so much easier. Because what we need to do next is we have to lay out paper or transfer tape to basically make a template of this shape right here. So I'm gonna be using the transfer tape. I will show you guys really quick how you can do it with paper if that's your only option. We're gonna be using that rolled tape technique that I've showed you guys many times, but I'm gonna show you guys once again for maybe some of you new guys who aren't caught up on all the videos. Basically what you're gonna do is take a piece of tape such as this, spread it out on a clean area so that you don't get the adhesive all dirty. You want to tape a very small portion of it, okay? A little bit less than half. You see, that's what's sticking on my counter here. The remaining of this is you want to wrap it up and basically turn it to where you're taping it to itself. And what you're creating there is essentially like a double-sided tape, but out of one piece of single-sided tape. So at the end it's kind of like a roll and it's sticky on both sides. Now what you'll do with that is just spread it out over the wing. So now you have the tape on there, you're able to spread out your piece of paper and stick it to that tape so that you know it's not going to move around on you. Now you're able to make your outline, so you have a template, and that's what we're going to start with. Like back in grade school, dog, you use a pencil. You're basically rubbing this orange off onto the paper. Alright, now I have two templates made, man. One out of the transfer tape and one out of just paper. Now here's our paper template. This is probably the method that most of you guys will be using. And as you can see, that right there is the exact outline of our wing, dude. That's your little spoiler on the back of your Civic, dude. And here's the template I made out of transfer paper. Now, the reason why I like using transfer paper is obviously it has adhesive on the back, so I'm able to stick it down to the wing and form it around the shape of it, and I know it's not gonna move anywhere. And whenever I go to lay it on our metal in order to cut, this is just gonna stick straight to it like a big sticker, basically. So, all right, so like always, guys, I need to get the Civic out of our way because we're about here to fucking make a mess in here. Yeah, that's just the downside to working in a garage and not having your own shop, I guess. You always have to move stuff, to do stuff, you know what I'm saying? Alright guys, now I got my foam laid out that I used to cut on top of, and I have our sheet of aluminum. Now this is just aluminum I had sitting in my backyard. It was extra from something else, I don't even remember what, but it's actually 1/16 of an inch thick. Now I would use a little bit thicker, but I mean this is gonna work, dude. This is gonna work just fine. And hell, it would be a little lighter, you know what I'm saying? Now before our next step, I need to backtrack a little bit because I forgot a very important detail when making this template. I went ahead and laid my template back down on here because we need to mark where it is that this thing starts to bend at, all right? So whenever you're making your template, don't forget, this is a really crucial mark because we need to know where to bend our material at. Now as you can see, I laid out a couple layers of this transfer tape just over the aluminum. Now the only purpose for me doing that is just so that you're able to see the markings. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna use a pencil or if I'm gonna use a Sharpie yet, but just so it stands out a little bit better whenever I'm cutting. Now you don't have to do that, you know what I'm saying? So don't think, oh, I'm screwed, I don't have transfer tape, so I'm not able to do that. I mean, as long as you can see the mark that you're marking in order to cut. That's all this is about. I use the transfer tape just to make it a little bit easier for me. But now with that being said, I went ahead and I applied my template, my transfer tape template. This is another reason why transfer tape is such a great thing, because it's a big ass sticker and I can just stick it on there, get it nice and flat, and there's nothing else that I need to do. Now for those of you who are gonna be using a paper template, you're not gonna be able to just tape the paper onto the aluminum, because when you're cutting, as you're cutting, it's gonna break loose and it's gonna move around on you and stuff. So in order to apply the paper template to the aluminum, you're gonna have to go out and get yourself some kind of spray adhesive. And what you'll do is you flip this upside down and you're gonna spray the back side of this paper with spray adhesive and then flip it back over and then squeegee your paper down, or use your hand, whatever. Just try to get it as flat as you possibly can. Now if you get some big wrinkles or something in the paper template, it's basically trash, dude. You may as well just lift it up and throw it away, because you need this thing flat in order for you, when you cut this out, for it to be the right size. If you end up getting a wrinkle or something like this when taping it down, that's gonna alter the size of the piece that you're cutting, and then it's not gonna end up fitting on your wing, dude. So you gotta make sure to get this part right. All right, now, dude, we're ready to go, man. So now this part here, this is pretty much all up to you, like how big it is that you want this thing to be. So what you have to do in order to extend it is this bend line right here. That's where we're gonna start. That line right there, that represents the size of the factory wing. The one that I have on my car right now extends 6 inches past that. I'm thinking this new one, I'm gonna go a little bit bigger because I already have the one that I have, you know what I'm saying? So I want one a little bit different. So I'm gonna extend this one about 7.5 inches. Now you wanna make sure to make your lines nice and dark. It's better to use a pencil, because a pencil is gonna be a much finer line. It's gonna be more precise when you're cutting. Sharpie would be a lot darker, but a Sharpie is so much more broader that You know, if you're cutting in the center of the line or on the left of it or the right of it, you have so much variation. So it's gonna be a lot more simpler to follow a pencil line than it is a Sharpie line. But I recommend kind of going over it a few times to make sure your lines are nice and dark. All right, now once you get these lines drawn out, what you want to do is we're going to be connecting the end of this line to the end of this line, and that's going to give us our straight edge for the wing. And after that, we'll be connecting this point right here all the way out to this point. Alright, so now with the outline all laid out, dude, we're ready to start freaking cutting, man. But I'm gonna show you this one more time. So like I mentioned to you, this is all up to you, man, and how big you want your wing to be. So I extended mine from here to here 7.5 inches. The one that's on my car now was only 6 inches. If you notice the factory wing, it's not straight. It kind of bevels a little bit. It has a curve. Now our new wing is going to be straight. Now, but if you want to put that curve in it, that's completely up to you. So how big you make this, that's up to you. You want to put a curve in it, that's up to you. Now, like I said, I made this one a little bit bigger because I wanted to be different from the one I already have. I'm gonna be putting a little dip in it right here just to make it a little different, dude. I think it'll have more of an aggressive look to it. Now, I started with making it way down here, but I think that was a little bit too much and it looked kind of weird. I don't know, we'll see. Now that I'm looking at it again, I don't think it'd be that bad. Who knows? This is all up to you. However you want your wing to look, dude. And that's the cool part about doing this kind of stuff yourself, man, because you can design this, you can make it however it is you want it to look. And, you know, just to be different from everybody else. Now, whenever you're just buying something off of eBay or you know, wherever everybody gets their damn parts at nowadays, you know, you just got the same stuff that the next guy has. Now, whenever you're building this shit for yourself, you can make it as unique as you want to, man. So, one other thing I need to cover with you guys is this little opening that's in the back on the factory wing. You cannot eliminate that, okay? I made that mistake with the first one that I made. I just made this straight across and I didn't cut this little dip in here. And if you notice, if you do that, whenever you open the rear hatch, whenever this thing swivels up, if it's straight right here, that hits the roof of your car. So that is the reason why that little dip has to be there, but I am making it a little bit smaller on mine, mostly so that you can't see the factory skin from the factory wing underneath it, but I am making it a little bit smaller. I need to get an extension cord out, get my jigsaw out, and we're gonna get to cutting, brother. Hey, don't forget your eye protection, motherfucker!
Trice.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul.
Alright, so now we cleaned up all of our cuts with the sander, got it all nice and straight, and I went around all these little points and just kind of rounded them and made everything look really nice. Now before I did that, I did peel off the template, okay? Now this is really important, so don't mess up and do this. But before I peeled the template off, if you guys can see that line right there, I actually went over it. I put my straight edge on our bend line and I used an X-Acto knife to just basically cut a line. You're scribing a line so that you don't lose that line because it's a really important line. That's where we need the bend. So if you look over here on this side, I have the straight edge lined up with that line, if I can get it to focus. All right, now if you can see that little scribe line is right there. Now it is probably, I have the straight edge probably about a 1/16 of an inch over from it. You don't want to put it exactly on the line, because what we're gonna do here is we're gonna run across the straight edge with the cutoff wheel on the grinder. And if you put it right on the line, you're actually gonna be over a little bit. So you wanna space it back a little bit. And you wanna be careful, because we most certainly don't wanna cut all the way through. You just want to create a little weak spot, I guess you could say. We're just gonna kind of grind a line in it so that whenever we go to bend it, it knows where to bend. I don't know how else really to explain that. Okay, another thing I probably should have mentioned is the reason why I have the straight edge clamped onto the line like that, so that we have something that we can follow with the grinder to try to keep that line as straight as possible. Now, whenever you clamp this, on this side, the straight edge is protecting the material. Now on the bottom side here, let me flip it over so we can see it. Now on the bottom side, I had these little pieces of steel so that we don't leave any impressions in our material on this side, because when you're clamping these on here, you want to clamp them really tight, but the little edge of this clamp, dude, will leave a nice little dent in your material, and whenever you go to paint it, it's gonna stand out like crazy. So to protect it from having little dents, bro, make sure you have, you know, something protecting it whenever you clamp it. All right, now there's our cut lines. I'm trying to give you guys an idea of how deep it is. Now, after I got done cutting the line with the grinder, I did go back over it with the sander just to kind of clean that up, because it did leave it kind of jagged and rough. So now with this next step, dude, in order to bend this, it is going to require you to have something, a nice solid work table or something to clamp it onto. What we're gonna do here is those lines that we cut, we're gonna have to line those up from underneath. All right, we're gonna put this up on the table. We have to get that line lined up with the edge of our table, and then I'll put this piece of angle iron on top and then clamp it on both ends. All right, now I have this all set up, and here we are underneath. And if you guys can see that, I have the line that we cut lined up right to the edge of the table. Now on the top, I have that piece of angle iron clamped on both sides as tight as I could possibly get it, so that hopefully this thing doesn't move on us while we're trying to bend it. Clearly need a couple more clamps on here. Now, if you're wondering where to get these clamps, these larger ones, these are called 11Rs. The smaller ones, I believe, are 6Rs. I bought all these at Harbor Freight. You can get them pretty cheap at Harbor Freight. They have more expensive ones, but I don't use them very often, so Harbor Freight's the way to go. All right, let's see what we got, man. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby. But now let's try it on the wing, see how well it fits. Damn, dude, that's pretty damn close. I mean, it can go a little bit more, but honestly, you don't have to take it too far, because when you put your rivet in right here, you kind of hold it down flush, rivet it, and it'll hold it in place. That looks pretty damn good, bro. First try. Dude, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like, I like this a lot. This came out really freaking cool. And you know where I got that idea? That little dip down like that? Don't tell nobody. Street Speed 717's Corvette. He's got the little factory winglets, he calls them, or whatever, on the back, and it has that little dip to it, the C7s. Fire, bro, fire. What's up, dude? I think that shit looks sick as hell. Let me know what you guys think of the little added detail to it, you know what I'm saying? Make sure, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Chew me out if you think I'm stupid. I don't give a shit, you know? My car, okay? It's my car!
Call me a rice all you want, motherfucker.
Alright, dog, but enough playing around, man. So I now have it taped down so it's nice and tight and it's not gonna move around on us. And I have all the holes marked where it is I want to drill them at. Right here, if you see where this little red dot is at, that little red dot is gonna fall right in the center of those two bolts. Because you don't want to end up drilling like here or here and end up running into one of these guys right there. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to where you're drilling your holes for your hardware, because if you drill a hole right on top of this guy, chances are your hole's not going to work, dude. So I have it marked right in the center of those two on both ends. And then over here on the side of the wing, I have it marked right there. And if you look on the back side, I chose that spot because it's an actual, well, you can't see because of the tape and both my hands are tied up, but it's a flat spot right there so that I know that I'm not gonna run into any problems. And I have the same over here on this end. So basically what I'm telling you is you wanna plan and mark out where it is you're gonna drill your holes and make sure you're not gonna have any problems on the back side before you do so. Now, for the rest of the holes I have marked on the back, I want my rivets or screws, whatever we decide to use, to be on these flat areas. So what I'm gonna do is actually drill my holes from the back side through the top so that I'll be able to flip it and I know where it is I need to put my screw or rivet. I have one right here in the center, and then what I did is I used a tape measure and I went every 4 inches. I went every 4 inches this way, every 4 inches that way. Now doing it every 4 inches might be a little bit excessive. You could probably get away with spacing it out like every 6 inches or even every 8 inches. The theme of my car is hardware, 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 you know what I'm saying? So I think it's just gonna help tie into with the look of my car. That's the reason why I'm going with so much hardware. But enough talking, dog. I'm gonna go ahead and get these holes drilled. All right, what I did here was I went ahead and I drilled this hole on both ends and I put a screw in there, and then I went ahead and I drilled out the holes in the center and I put a screw on both of them in the center. Now, in all actuality, dude, that thing is on there already and it's going nowhere. If I wanted to, I could just leave it at that, but I'm not going to because
Hardware gang for what?
I want you to understand something, that when I come up in this bitch, I want the fans jumping, I want the fist bumping in the air. I don't look like a millionaire, but I feel like $1 million. Ladies, won't you?
You know, I'm gonna be straight up with you. We done it once again, brother. You know how much this shit goes for online? Anywhere from $200, $300, $400 they're selling stuff like this for. 50 bucks, bro. 50 bucks is what I have wrapped up into that. No, it doesn't have fake carbon fiber vinyl on it. But 50 bucks is what I've got wrapped up into this, dude. It's crazy. And I'm telling you right now, you go online and you buy something like this for your car, and you spend that kind of money, guess what? Chances that you're gonna go to one of these meets on Saturday night, see another car with the exact same one, pretty high, bro, because you're buying the same shit that everybody's buying. I put this on my car, I go hit a meet, guess what? Ain't nobody else there got that because I made that. That right there is me. Now check it out. You might not like it. You might not like this, okay?
Hold up.
This is a message to all the people who don't like this. That's fine. Guess why? Because I love it, dude. I think that looks sick, and I'm gonna love painting it, I'm gonna love putting it on my car, and I'm gonna feel proud when it's on my car, and other people are giving me compliments. People are saying, wow, dude, that's nice, and I have that satisfaction of being proud and saying, thanks, dude, I appreciate it. I made that. I'm just being straight up with you guys. Now check it out. This is a message to the haters once again. And I hate using so much energy on haters, bro. I really do. For you to think that just because you don't like something, that means somebody else isn't supposed to like it? Dude, that's stupid. That is flat out stupid, man. Like, my favorite color is fucking black. Black and red, those are my favorite colors. Your favorite color might be green. My girlfriend's favorite color is green. Should I hate on her for it? Because she likes something that I don't? No, bro. No, that's not how life works. Just because somebody's doing something that you don't like, bro, you're gonna hate on them for it? Dude, grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? Grow up. That's bullshit. What I'm saying here, guys, is don't let people's opinion affect you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, all the people that are hating on me, don't give a fuck, bro. Keep hating. Bring it on, man. You only motivate me to do more, dog. You ain't hurting me, okay? So all the people that show me support and love, I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for hanging out with me, you know what I'm saying? And I hope you guys don't struggle with that. I hope you guys don't struggle with people talking down on you, people saying that, oh, your car is crap, or your ideas, or your envision of what it is you want to do is crap, or you're a fucking ricer, or put these stupid ass labels on you. Don't listen to that shit. Just smile, dude. Smile and laugh and be like, hey, you know what? You do you, I'm gonna do me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. That's my word of advice to all of you guys, man. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your love, man. For real. That's from my heart. I love you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. And I hope this video was helpful for you. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys enjoyed the wing. Now it's not finished. I will tell you, I used the screws because I plan on taking this apart, and we gotta paint it, dude. We gotta paint it, and then I'm gonna put it on the car. Check it out, see what it looks like. And once it's painted, I'll go ahead and rivet it together. It'll be final, you know what I'm saying? But I wanna paint it, and I'm gonna use the rivets so that the rivets are still silver for my exposed hardware, you know what I mean? So thanks again, you guys, for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. Make sure to smash that like button if you liked the video. Share it with your friends, dude. Share it on Facebook. Tag some of your friends in it. You know, your friends that are car guys that you know is going to enjoy the content we're putting down here. Make sure to run to Facebook, dude. Check out Built Not Bought. Come join the group if you haven't already. The link is in the description below like it always is. You know what I'm saying? So, that's pretty much it, guys. Peace out. Have a good weekend, man. Later. I say have a good weekend because right now it's Saturday for me, but y'all ain't gonna see this till Monday, so have a good week. Peace out.